Today I have here in my hands the 7 best web shooters for us to test and find out which one is the coolest of all. We have some shooters here that I developed myself and they're functional and actually shoot webs. And we also have 2 shooters that I bought online and they're said to be extremely powerful. Today we're going to test all of them. The first shooter I developed myself, and it was a slightly more basic version, but it turned out really cool. And I made it from 2 lighters. I took them apart and using a paper clip and some sticks, I created a mechanism where as soon as I pulled the trigger, it would activate the lighter. And to attach all of this to my arm, I used Velcro. The device itself turned out really cool, but the biggest problem with this web shooter was actually the webs. They were simply a mixture of water and soap that I injected into the lighter and fired. This was the first version of the web shooter. Since this was version 1.0, there were a lot of things that could still be improved, but I would give this shooter a score of 6 out of 10. As for the second shooter, my main focus was to create something that would actually shoot a web that would stick to things. I used a bigger base to develop the device, and its mechanism is actually pretty simple. It's very similar to a slingshot. I took a paper clip, attached it to the base, and on the other side I put a pen tube to guide the dart. And next to this tube I'm going to add a structure to hold the spool of thread, which will actually be the web. What will shoot the web is a rubber band that I'll attach to the tube. And that's where the same slingshot system comes in. The dart will be a piece of barbecue skewer that I sharpened at the tip and also attached the thread to it. And to fix all of this to my arm, I also used Velcro. For the trigger system, I tied a ring to the clip so that when I pull it, it opens the system and shoots the stick. And then you just wind all the string onto the spool, pull the dart back with the elastic and attach it to the clip. When I pull the ring, it shoots the web. And the result turned out really cool. Because it really sticks to things when you shoot it and it's strong enough for you to pull, just like a real web. But the looks of this launcher left little to be desired. I'd also give it a 6 out of 10. The next launcher might have the simplest system, but it's also the most realistic. I made it using these cans of silly string that are really common during Carnival. When I saw this spray here and saw that it shot out a web that actually looked real, I decided to build a structure on top of that so we could launch the web and make it look like it's coming out of our hand. I cut a piece of wire and attached it around the head of the spray. With another wire, I shaped it into a lever, so it would fit better on my arm and I could trigger it with my fingers. Now comes the main part. This little spray piece is made to fire sideways, but I need the web to come out upwards, so I made a new hole and fixed everything to the wire. That way I trigger the spray, the web will come out forward. In the direction I point my hand, and once again I used Velcro to attach everything to my arm. And now it's just time to fire. The web from this launcher was the coolest so far. It's the one that really looks like a real spider web, but the look of this device itself wasn't the most accurate of all. The score I give it is 7 out of 10. I also built this next web shooter. I wanted to make it with a much more realistic look. I chose Miles Morales' device as my reference, and I built the whole casing out of cardboard and EVA foam. And I painted everything to make it look just like it. The web system will work like a bow and arrow. I made the dart and put some pen springs in it. I also made a little tube out of paper. And I sealed one end of it so the spring can go in but can come out. That way when we press the dart it creates internal pressure because of the spring. And when I pull the trigger, it will be released with force and launched forward like an arrow, or in this case, a web. I adapted the whole system into the launcher's shell and the look turned out really cool. As for the trigger, I made it by just putting a small latch at the tip of the launcher. And I tied the string attached to my finger, so when I pull it, it releases the web. Then I just had to fit all the parts together. And in this case, I also attached the string to the dart to give it that look of a thread coming out. And now let's test it. The spring gave it so much power that it even had enough force to knock down some objects. I mean, that's if I actually hit them, right? This one was really one of the coolest. The score I give it is 9 out of 10. The next launcher is a kind of Frankenstein, where I combine the look of one with the mechanism of the other using the functionality from the other. And I created a version 5.0 with everything that worked from each of them. The body of the launcher, I prefer to make it with wooden sticks so the structure would be much more resistant. The web shooting system. I made it using an elastic band because I thought it was also the strongest out of all the ones I tested. For the trigger, I developed a more advanced lock, using a spring and the stick itself. And I also painted everything to make it look much nicer aesthetically, and the result turned out really cool.
It works like this. Here's the little trigger part that we connect to our finger. Now we also have the elastic band, which we're gonna put here and leave it back here. Here we have the web, which was tied to this part and also to the tip. And we assemble the whole system as follows. I'll put this here first. We have to pull the trigger back and we fit the dart in here. Take a look. See the little notch? Fit right here and it's locked in place. It won't go forward. Now we pull the elastic B and put it right here. See, in this little V shape we made. This way, the dart is cocked. Notice that it's right here, locking the whole system. The elastic band is under tension and providing the force. Now we have to take this little string, wind it up here and put it away. If you don't want to, you can just leave the string like this too.
There's no problem at all. As soon as we pull this here, which is under a lot of tension, this little part will go down.
And the dart will be launched like this. Look, 2, 3, but like I said, this is just to keep the web all organized.
I really like this one because I was able to improve a lot of things that didn't work so well in the others. And in this one, I managed to fix them. Besides making it functional, it's also very beautiful. But still, I think some others are ahead. In my case, I would give it a score, 8 out of 10. Now let's move on to the web shooter sold on the internet. I bought 2 products here, they're the 2 highest rated ones. And we're going to start with this one.
And right away, it comes in a pretty interesting package. Let's open it up and let's test our big toy. Look man, apparently it's exactly like the one in the ad, huh? There's a little manual here and everything. Everything's in Chinese. I don't understand any of it. We won't need it. It should be pretty intuitive. The first thing in here is a little glove.
I don't think this little glove is going to fit my hand, man.
What interests us the most is this right here.
Man, look at how beautiful this is. Check out its design, man. It's really cool.
Right off the bat, I found it pretty sturdy. Rigid plastic, durable. Here we open it up and it has this Velcro, right? So we can attach this to our hand and adjust it. There, done, perfect. We put it on and we pull the Velcro here and lock it. Back here, there's a little button. When we press it, it pulls this little cord, see? We press it right here and the little cord gets pulled. This here is the tip of our web shooter. In this case, it's the web, right? And it comes with a magnet holder. We can put these little magnets here. They already come included, right? They come together. It's these 3 magnets here. And besides the magnet, it also comes with a suction cup. And this suction cup seems pretty interesting, so we can stick it to things and pull it off. To lock it, we have to pull here. It's locked. And then when we press this button here, it shoots out. Wanna see? 3, 2, 1.
Whoa. Whoa.
Let's see my spider skills. I need to knock down that blue cup tower. First shot. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, I already knocked down 3. And look here. Now comes the most. Very. Done. I tied it back.
No doubt about it. This one was the coolest for me so far, especially because it has a lot of features. It shoots and comes back. Everything is automatic. And it's really powerful too. 10 out of 10. Now it's time for our last launcher.
This little product here came in a slightly lower quality package, but it also looks really cool. Let's open it up and see what came with it. A glove. It doesn't fit my hand. It comes with 3 darts, just like this one, which just has a suction cup tip. And this here is the device. Velcro system to stick it to your arm, and it also comes with a little string. So we can launch the dart, attach it to something and pull. Okay, but let's see how it works. I'm going to put the first dart here, attach this to my arm, and now when I press this button here, the dart is supposed to fire. Oh, wow, it's strong, huh? But let's see if we can pull an object using the little string. I pressed it, I'm going to leave it attached here on the side. Wow, look at this, it got stuck. And it's strong, huh? Let's take a look at the glass. I attached it, I pulled it, and look. Whoa. That's really cool. I even think it's stronger than the other one, and the design is really awesome too.
For me, I can only give this a 9. That's because it doesn't have the string pulling system. But now, I want to know from you guys, which web shooter did you think was the coolest in this video? Thank you so much to everyone who watched. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, it helps me a lot. I'll see you in the next video. Big hug to everyone. Thanks. See you.
We're out. Bye.